Hola estudiantes, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Marilyn Rivera. Soy la profesora de español. So welcome to the class. So this summer is going to be an intensive summer. Remember, we have to cover a lot of information in just 6 weeks. Well, less than that. So it's important that you keep that in mind because it's going to be a little bit stressful, okay? For you and for myself too, okay? So, as you already have seen, the Blackboard is available and you're going to get to the first page, which is announcements. Eventually, I'm going to change that and then I'm going to allow you to enter directly to the materiales, okay? And then if you need to go back to anuncios, then you click here and then you get to the announcements. Also, you will get the announcements by email. Información del curso, here you will see the syllabus, the course outline, información de la profesora. There you will have my email, office hours. I'm going to be available from from 11 to 12. Please keep in mind that you have to connect to Zoom at 11:30. No, sorry, at 10:30. You have to connect to the lab via Zoom at 10:30. Okay, and the lab is going to end more or less, I will say it at 11:35. Okay, after that, I'm going to hold a section in which we are going to talk about difficulties. We are going to clarify material, and maybe we can practice for a little while. Okay, not a long time. Also, that will take place Mondays and Wednesdays. That's it. Okay. And our week is going to start on Tuesdays and is going to end on Mondays at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so you need to submit everything at 11:59 p.m. on Mondays. Materiales. So every week you're going to see all the things that you have to do. The objectives are going to be outside. You're going to start seeing things little by little, okay? Because I don't want to overwhelm you, okay? It's a lot, people. It's a lot, I know. But it can be done. A ver, so we need every week we will need to be memorizing a lot of information, vocabulary and structure. Also, we will be practicing that vocabulary and structure. We are going to be practicing that via LTK, okay? In order to have access to LTK, you need to buy the book. The book comes with a code. Once you have that code, then you can have access to LTK. And I'm sorry that my internet is not running smoothly today. Anyway, so for accessing LTK, yeah. Anyway, you will get to the main page and then it will says create an account. You click create an account, you get to this page, you complete the information, you click next, and it's going to ask you for the code of the book. This is the main page, you see, and then you create an account. It's going to ask you for the code, okay? You will need to code the book one and the one that I'm going to provide, which is already here in Blackboard, this one. Because remember, you need to buy access to the LTK, to the platform, and that's done via purchasing the book, okay? Once you have access to LTK, then you have to find me among all the courses, okay? Among all the people there. And this is the code of my class. So those are the two codes that you need. okay, to have access to Eleteca and complete the activities that are going to help you to memorize and master the vocabulary and structures. Now, it's important that you keep in mind that the vocabulary and structures are very limited, okay? So, what that means? Well, it means that I'm going to evaluate only that amount of vocabulary and structure because that's the idea of the course. That's the purpose of the course. So avoid going to Google, avoid going to friends or other kind of sources to get help because I'm not expecting a complex ideas in Spanish. I know that this is not the level. This is basic level, okay? But I'm going to give you like little pieces, vocabulario, estructura, and then you have to put those little pieces together. It's like a puzzle, okay? And I'm going to see how well you are doing that, okay? So we are going to be using a decoding process. Decode, well, what that means? Well, for example, if I say materiales, you're going to assume that that has something to deal with materials because they sound very similar. They are written very similar, and actually they are cognates. And cognates, cognados, are words that are very similar. They mean the same thing and they come from the same source. Like, for example, inteligente. If I tell you soy inteligente, you're going to say, oh, she's talking about intelligent. Okay? And then you're going to be able to get an idea, get the gist. And that's what we want. That's how we learn. Okay? We are not going to assume that everything will be perfect. Okay? We will need to assume that we will make a lot of mistakes, and that's fine. That's how we learn. I'm going to be expecting a lot of mistakes, and that's fine, okay? But with practice and a lot of practice, at the end we will improve, and that's what I'm going to see. I'm going to pay a lot of attention to improvements, okay? Bien. So we talked about memorization. We talked about Eleteca activities. Let me see if I'm able to log in to show you a little bit. I guess not. Anyway, and also, you're going to have lab activities. Those lab activities are going to reinforce again, help you to practice the material, help you to establish communication, verbal communication, because there are other ways of communicating, right? And that is going to be Mondays and Wednesdays from 10:30 to 11:35. Please note again that after 11:35 we will meet for a short period of time to go over material, okay? And explain things better, maybe practice, and that's it. Not for a long time. And then we have blackboard activities. Those could be voice threads in which you record a video and talk to the camera without reading, just showing me that you have been memorizing and trying to put all those pieces together. Or they could be written activities, or maybe both, okay? And again, avoid Google, avoid help. Try to put things together so we can start learning. If someone, or if you're moving information from one place to another and someone is giving you that information, nothing is processed here, and then it's going to take you a lot of time to digest the material, and we don't have time, okay? We have to finish by July 2nd, I guess, right? Bien. And then the last thing, you see, everything is by steps. It's the quiz, okay? And then at the end of the week, you can make the quiz. You can complete the quiz. Bien, for this week, what you have to do? Well, number one, get the book. This is the link for the BMCC bookstore, so you can order the book as soon as possible. Once you have the book, you can go to Eleteca. I'm still having problems with that. You can go to Eleteca and get into my course, okay? Because again, remember, you need two things, the book code and my class code, okay? Which is this one over here, the class code. So create the account. You don't need to buy the book to create the account. You can create the account and then submit your e-certificate for here, the e-certificate. You click there and then you submit a screenshot or a PDF, okay, of the certificate. Also, you're going to post your first voice thread, so you will have an idea how it works, okay? You cannot create a voice thread outside of the slide that I already created because I'm not going to be able to grade it. It has to be within the parameters that I created. So I need you to follow this link. Do not go to VoiceThread through another way. No, just click here and get to the slide that I created. And there you record your video. Okay, you're going to say hello, hola, mi nombre es, and then why are you taking this class? And then if you know some Spanish, then you can answer some of these questions. So I will have an idea of the competence of the course already, the class competence, the linguistic competence of the class. Okay. ¿Qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre? ¿Qué vas a hacer el fin de semana? And the last part will be a readiness exercise, okay? Here, it has to be in Spanish without any help, okay? Again, I want to see what you already know, okay? So without any help. So to see the level of the class, okay? And then your name, where you are from, what you did over the winter break or last semester. It doesn't matter, it's fine. And then what your major is, what your plans for the future are, why are you interested in taking a Spanish class, okay? And then please do this as soon as possible, submit this as soon as possible, the same process. You click here and then you attach your Word document, or you can just type it there, okay? This is the cover of the textbook, okay? And let's see. Excellent. Oh, okay. So I guess here it's better if you attach the word, or if you decide to attach, if you decide to attach the Word document, you click here. If you want to write, you click here, okay? And then you start writing. Also, if you want to use some symbols, accents, ¿verdad? Acentos en español, you click here. And then you will be able to see the accents here. Remember, my internet is not so good this morning. Okay? Bien. And next to the happy face, you will see the symbols. Okay? Ah, there you go. Okay? Bien, excelente. So that's what we need for this week. No quiz so far. Okay? So, I hope that everything is clear. And I'll see you then very soon. Okay? Bien, hasta luego. Chao.